going to head into the sky and learn to fear our satellites or learn to love them. Please welcome Joel.
Thank you. My name is Joel, and I'm here to share how data from space will change our planet. We're going to talk a little bit about the history, about what's available now, and about what's coming in the future. Now, researchers have long been studying the Earth through space. This started in 1958 when the Soviet Union launched Sputnik. By the end of the 1960s, 8 different countries had satellites in orbit, and countless discoveries had been made. Now, high-resolution data started in the 60s with the US Corona program. This $40 billion program captured images on film, ejected them down to Earth by parachute, and were intercepted midair by the Air Force before they could hit the ground. In the 70s, the US Geological Survey launched Landsat. It had a goal of capturing all of the Earth's resources. Now, this was truly open data, and for $200, you could order an image. It would be delivered on 4 9-track tapes. Today, open data, Earth observation data, makes up one of the largest open data sets in the world. Contributions are made from NASA, the European Space Agency, and countless other countries. However, this data is very expensive. The paradigm shift is coming. Satellites used to be the size of school buses and are now the size of shoeboxes. New entrants are emerging with low-cost business models that are commercially viable. And to give you an idea, launch costs used to be in the order of $50,000 a kilogram. Now they're trending to $50 a kilogram. Mobile phone parts are used in satellites, and data storage costs have dropped from $10,000 a gigabyte in 1990 to 2 cents a gigabyte today. In fact, you can own your own satellite. For $8,000, which includes launch costs, you can buy this satellite online. Now, you can communicate with it from the ground using just an amateur handheld radio. So this reduction in costs has really stimulated investment. In 2017, 120 venture capitalists invested $3.9 billion in space. This market's expected to grow to $16 billion by 2026, according to Space Angels. Now, existing open data is being augmented with new, high-resolution, low-cost commercial data. Aerial imagery and drone imagery is going to be replaced as market economics play out, and this data is going to be available to everyone. Farmers can use data from satellites to understand crop health and moisture levels. In this image, healthy crops are shown in green, unhealthy are in red. Farmers can achieve significant savings by only applying fertilizer and irrigation to areas in need. Smart cities can monitor urban sprawl, measuring things like pollution, as well as disasters like the floods in Houston shown here. Insurance companies can look at properties and understand the before and after. They can help save tons of money and mitigate fraud. Human rights organizations can watch military activity and ethnic cleansing in remote areas. Aid can be delivered to areas in the most need, refugee camps, and governments can be held liable for their actions. Now, traditional sensor technology has basically been to capture basic images from space. This causes a number of problems, but new technologies are going into orbit that resolve a lot of these. First of all, hyperspectral imagery. This is the evolution from the traditional red, green, and blue bands that we see normally to hundreds of more narrow spectral bands. Now, this allows us to do object classification and discovery at a much higher degree of accuracy than previously was possible. 70% of the Earth is covered in clouds every day, which is a problem if you're trying to take pictures. But synthetic aperture radar can actively penetrate the clouds and take images in any weather condition, including at night. Historically, it's been hard to capture carbon and CO2 emissions because of low resolutions and wind drift, but new technologies that allow us to do high-resolution image capture or CO2 capture help us pinpoint the actual emitters and give credibility to cap and trade markets. Now, historically, these images have been processed by human eyeballs and brains, and this doesn't scale well at all. Algorithms are replacing eyeballs, and we're opening the door to being able to scale to a truly global level. So by increasing the ability to classify things on our planet and provide the corresponding actions to internet-connected devices, we can improve the lives of billions of people around the world. So with that, I leave you with one question. What will you build when you can see everything on Earth every day? Thank you.